Thanks to a friend, I'm using the police thing. So this is going to look totally different. But we're trying to test a different streaming platform. It's a little different. I don't know. Now we'll see. All right, hold on. I'm not going to be able to see the chats until I should be able to see them inside here in comments. Oh, I see somebody. I could just chat in here. This makes it easier. I'm back. It's actually easier because I don't have to have a pop out. It comes in here automatically. Now let's see what happens. Actually can get rid of those pop outs. This is different though. This is not OBS. So it's different. This is what I was telling the people in Discord last night. I don't know if it's a compliment, but I could see your chats now easy on this. The only thing is the screen share is going to be a little different. It's a different setup, but it's easier to use this. Okay, so I'm going to have to do some other stuff now. And I want to thank my friend John for allowing me to do this. Are we going to have to do a window? Okay, see, now this is where it gets different. The way this setup is. I could do it like that. See that? That's not bad, right? I don't know what's going on. Now, you guys got to tell me if it goes out again. But I'm using a different platform now to stream with. It's going to look different. I got to shut that notification sound going on in Discord because it's going to drive me nuts. Report in the New York Times, the Pentagon evacuated hundreds of American soldiers from the Al Udeid base in Qatar and bases in Bahrain, including the 5th Fleet Base, as part of defensive measures against possible retaliatory attacks from Iran. That was a discussion too yesterday. Yeah, the VPN is on. Don't say it's fucking down again. No. Who said it's down? Nina's saying it's down. Are we back? Oh, I'm good. Okay. So maybe it was happening to something else. And I may be stuck. What's up, KJ? KJ, you saw it today? Did you see it? You know what? Why don't we give it another shot, right? Let's see. We might as well test the waters, right? I think so. Let's test the waters. I don't know how this is going to work because this is different. See, the one thing bad about this is, see if you have to take my camera. Oh my God, I got to shut the TV off. Oh my God. It was on pause. Let's see what happens. The audio may not be as good on this platform than it is on the other one. That's another concern. That is another concern. I want to do Windows so it makes it easier for me. This is going to be tricky now. All right, let's see what happens.
Crawls out of his hole, slowly as he moves. When he thinks it's safe, he does the Abbey groove. Shuffling through the maze, I squint and he looks around, checking if it's safe, not trying to make a sound. Fitted with his turban, he squeals with his tiny voice, looking sickly and weak, his fellow mice quickly rejoice. Look at our supreme leader, he smells as bad as he looks. Does he ever fade? don't talk, for we are full. Ali the mouse comes out the hole, spewing his words of hate. Prayers obscure his evil intent, his followers take the bait. Ali the mouse, you foul creature, go run and hide. Rebellious mice at your heels, quickly go run inside.
We are live.
The good mice defeat the bad ones. Ali is scared to die. They all perish for him, believing all his lies. His final day approaches. He starts to lose his hair, starting to smell like rot. The stench no mouse could bear. The sounds of thunder scare him. The walls start to collapse. The mouse back moving quicker. Oh, I think he crapped. The end of his reign is now in sight. He utters his final breath. I knew I would die this night. Ali the mouse comes out the hole, spewing his words of hate. Prayers obscure his evil intent. His followers take the bait. Ali the mouse, you foul creature, go run and hide. Rebellious mice at your heels, quickly go run inside.
Every time I watch it, I gotta crack up. And I want to thank Brian, and I want to thank KJ, and everyone else on Discord last night, because I wrote the lyrics in like 15 minutes, and then I shared it with them, and then they started creating music, and I was like, "Oh yes, this is good. This is good." So I want to thank all of that. Yeah, like Tammy said last night, this would be great for the forces to hear. You know, like they would get a kick out of that, I think. Just listening to that. And then, believe me, there are other versions. You know, for those that are familiar with what Goldie and Armin do when they're always showing those mariachi, cray-cray regime game show insanity, and they have that mariachi music at times. You know what I mean? And we all were talking about this last night, and we said, we got to do something. And it all came together. The whole community came together on Discord, which was pretty freaking cool. So I want to thank all of them. Like, for example, Dusty made one, and I don't have a video for it. And I'm going to just share the screen because I'm not used to using this platform to stream with. It's going to be dicey. I can share the window. Oh shit, not that window. That window. There we go. There's better. Helmet. You know something? I got to go out in a little while. I got to get Hefeweizen for this weekend. I got to do it. I got to get the German stuff. So Dusty, they did some great versions. I got to be honest. They did. The crew, the community. Dusty's is pretty good too, but I don't have a video associated to it. And KJ did the clip part, the visual part. This came together really quick, as you can tell. Let me see if this is Dusty's version. It's good. It's good. Yeah.
He crawls out of his hole slowly as he moves. When he thinks it's safe, he does the alley groove, shuffling through the maze. Eyes squinting, he looks around, checking if it's safe, not trying to make a sound. Fitted with his turban, he squeals with his tiny voice, looking sickly and weak. His fellow mice quickly rejoice. Look at our supreme leader, he smells as bad as he looks. Does has he ever bathed? Don't talk or we are cooked. Ali in the mouth comes out the hole, spewing his words of hate. Prayers obscure his evil intent, his followers take the bait. Ali in the mouth, you foul creature, go run and hide. It worries mice at your heels, quickly go run inside. The good mice defeat the bad ones. Ali is scared to die. They all perished for him, believing all his lies. His final day approaches. He starts to lose his hair, starting to smell like rot. The stench no mouse could bear. The sounds of thunder scare him. The walls start to collapse. The mousetrap would have been quicker. Oh, I think he cracked. The end of his reign is now inside. He utters his final breath. I knew I would die this night. Ali the mouse comes out the hole, spewing his words of hate. Prayers obscure his evil intent, his followers take the bait. Ali the mouse, you foul creature, go and hide. And funniest night at your heel, quickly go run inside. The mouth comes out the hole, spewing his words of hate. Prayers obscure his evil intent, his followers take the bait. Ali the mouse, you foul creature, go run and hide. The funniest mice at your heel, quickly go run inside.
Don't pay too mind to the gaps because those happen. Don't pay too much mind in that. I've been doing this for too long now. It's not unusual. Now, if you start to see the planes being diverted more to the east and these more to the west, then you might see signal, because what would happen is the gap would start to separate. I can go back to June 13th and you'll see how it happens. So as long as you see these planes training down from Turkey, which is UAE, Turkey, Oman, Qatar planes, most of these, that's what it is. And there could be some FedEx in there. But usually, look at all the flags. Turkey, UAE, mostly. Look at it. Turkey, UAE, Turkey, UAE, Germany, but that's something different. It's going the other way. Iraq, obviously. Baghdad. I agree with what Chaos just said in Discord. So until you start to see that change, any hint of it change, because you'll start seeing the planes start to divert. Now, there is something interesting on this map that you could see. Where's the gap behind this? Where are the planes coming from here to come down? That's what you're looking for. So you can still see there's planes coming in to northern Iraq, heading south. See them? They're lining up right here. What comes behind that is interesting. Then you got to look the same thing with the south. Where are the flights coming from? And you could see there's quite a bit now. Are they going to steer more toward Saudi Arabia and go this way and avoid the upper area, Iraq, Iran? You look for that. But you can see all the planes right now coming down. So that's what I look for. The airspaces may not, for the airports, you may not see that right away. I would think Israel's going to be on point with that, but if they have any hints, they'll stop the air traffic coming in. And to be honest, what time is it? It's after 10. It's 10:16, and isn't it a holiday in Israel right now? night religious. So the flights could reflect that. That NA. What is that NA? Not available. You got to watch out for those because that could be a plane set to go off, like a command control plane. I'm not saying it is, but you have to pay attention to that stuff. This is probably headed to Jordan, Tel Aviv. So there's another one coming into Tel Aviv. So you look for that. If they start to get diverted, that they can't land, then you might have an issue. And those are the little subtle things you look for. And that's why I was looking up here to see if there's any Israeli flights coming in. They're way back. I don't see any. Because you'll see it. Now that doesn't mean that an American airline, United Airline, or anything else could be coming in to the area. But I just specifically look for the ones. See, this one's coming into Tel Aviv from Germany. Once you see them start to be diverted, you know Israel's closing their airspace. They're diverting. That's what I look for. Any little hint like that. But right now, there's no indication of that. In Israeli for Tel Aviv. Now, that doesn't mean it could be going on in Iran, Tehran. What is coming in? This is probably coming from Mashhad. Yeah, I know it. You get used to this after doing this for so long. This has been months now. Well, over a month. What was it, December 29th? When it all started, pretty much. So like I said, you look. Oh, there's a Russian plane. Look at, where's that going? Okay. I got to keep an eye on these Russian planes, even though they could turn their transponders off. But so where are the Iranian flights? There's a bunch of them. Yeah, I saw about that. Hundreds of American personnel, soldiers were taken out of, what was it, Bahrain, Qatar? But like, for example, we have, where are they? This one's heading away. This one, I don't know where that one's going. Where are some of the Israeli? And by the way, I sent the text just to check in on Sepp. He's doing okay. Him and his mom are doing okay, thank God. And that was about 2 hours ago. So thank God he's okay. And his mom. Turkey keeps coming in, but it's a flag under the Iranian. So these are still coming into Tehran. We know that's going to Tehran. And they got a bunch coming in. It says not available, but you can kind of guess where that's going. But I'm not seeing many down here. You usually see them all over. Now, what time is it? If it's 11:50, almost midnight. Am I right? In Iran, right about now? I think so. The markets close here in about 40 minutes. But usually I see more Iranian flagged registered planes down here. I'm not seeing them. There's one. I just seen one. Yeah, to Tehran. So see, that one's coming into Tehran. If that gets diverted from landing in Tehran, because that's coming from Bangkok, then you might start seeing hints of airspace being closed down. They're not allowing civilian traffic in, things like that. That's what I look for. Little things like that. And the gap, like someone mentioned gap. It is true with the gap. Look, negotiations are done. If anybody believes that they're going to come to an agreement, I would like to see that person say they think there's still a chance for an agreement because the red lines are drawn. They're not, they might say whatever. You got to remember, they might say there's still negotiations to show that publicly that they were still attempting to negotiate. From a public perspective, just to put it out there to say, look, we tried to negotiate with the United States and look what they did. They attacked us. That's all to put out there. It's a posture to show. So don't buy into all that. Don't. Because it's not just about the nuclear. It's also about the ballistic. Just ask the Israelis about that part. It's not realistic at this point. I honestly believe it's going to go down soon. How, when, I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. The president might have an idea. Maybe Netanyahu has an idea because they're working in tandem. Nobody, we could all sit here and speculate forever. Is it going to be after the Olympics? Is it going to be after the State of the Union? You know, is it going to happen whenever? So right now, it's just like, it's apprehensiveness when, you know, it's just like waiting. The waiting is what really is really hard, just because, especially for the Iranian people in the country and externally, for those and the people of Israel. Can you imagine what they're going through? And it's just, it's like everybody's waiting to see what happens first. Who does what first? Then the dominoes just go boom, 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 boom. That's what we're at right now. It's everybody's just standing by and just waiting. Watch this. I have to be careful. I can't show YouTube stuff, Nabi. I'll get flagged. I think next weekend he said 10 to 15 days. Now, Amy, he said 2 weeks before, think of Midnight Hammer, and it happened within a few days. 10 days, 15 days can mean 3 or 5 days. He's unpredictable. He says things, and he has a pattern of this. Venezuela, the same thing. So take everything with a grain of salt. And he wants to be unpredictable. That's his whole thing. Unlike, and I'm not trying to pick on any, but I'm just saying there have been past administrations that are like telling you, in 2 weeks, we're going in. Like, okay, we know they're coming in 2 weeks. And then that happens in 2 weeks. He doesn't want to be doing stuff like that. And, you know, I mean, it is the weekend. People will say the markets are closing. It doesn't matter about the markets. It doesn't matter about the Olympics. It doesn't matter about Ramadan. He's going to do it when he wants to do it. If and when it is his decision. Everybody could try to predict. We're not inside the man's head. It's going to be up to him. I think the military is on standby. The carrier is getting closer. Second, they're all on standby. They're waiting. Green light, Mr. President. We're ready. We're just waiting for your, order. That's it. You know what I mean? I mean, we can't make this more complicated than it is. Now, it's complicated. I can't imagine what it would be like to be in the president's shoes or Netanyahu's shoes or anyone's shoes that's directly involved in this. Because that is an unbelievable decision to make for a human being to make, because the consequences are global. The decision of one man affects the entire world. That's a lot of pressure. I don't care if you support the president, don't support the president. Just think about that objectively. For any person to be in that position, the same goes with Netanyahu, because he has a big decision to make. Does he act? If he thinks that the United States isn't going to act, even though they're working together, he may want to say, well, we're going to do what we have to do for the best of our country unilaterally and make the move ourselves. That's a major decision he's got. And the same goes with the Iranians. Do we knowing that the United States and Israel are about to attack us? Do we make the first move and do a preemptive strike against them? Who makes that decision there? I mean, my gosh. You know? There's a lot going on here. Let me just catch up the chat. Now I can't really scroll up. I can. This is a different platform, but it looks like it's solid. I don't know how many people are watching. I can't monitor those things. It's okay. That doesn't matter. But at least it's working right now. And I got the VPN on. That could have been why the other stream dropped, because I had turned on the VPN, like John said, I think. They are depending on Trump's word. And that's another thing. You won't hear other people, they'll say, I would take what the president has said in the past, and I would take those words seriously. They'll say things like that, but they're not going to step ahead of the president. If the president makes a comment about anything, then they'll make comments in support of, but they're not going to, it would be foolish for them to go and say a statement before the president makes a decision. I mean, there's a chain of command issue there. The commander in chief, then everybody else can make a comment. Excuse me. But in my opinion, the fort is already there. Could be. Could be. So again, there's a lot going on. Israel only holding back? Yes, Israel's only holding back because they're waiting for Trump's word. Just like the military, just like the Arab partners. Well, I might just well say Jordan, but the other Arab states are also awaiting to see what the president does. Everybody's waiting to see what he decides. And he will contact them. We won't know about it. They will know. He will contact them ahead of time. I don't know how much timing he's going to give. He might give Israel and Jordan more time of his decision. I don't know if he's going to be willing to give it to some of these other partners that have relationships with Iran and tip off Iran. So I don't necessarily think he would put it out there too much to them, because he can't trust them, because they work both sides. Do you know what I mean? I'd be very careful with that, giving them any warning. Any of them, the UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Oman, any of them, prior notice, because they could tip them off. Jordan is good. Yes. Jordan and Israel most likely is definitely Israel. Jordan most likely would also get the warning that it's coming. I'm not so sure he would give that warning to the others. Would you? If you were in his position, trust them? Knowing their relationships with Iran? Even though some are, it's a Sunni Shia thing. Even with that, look what's going on behind the scenes in the communication between these countries. With Iran, including Turkey. I wouldn't trust them. No way. There's so many conflicting reports, Galia, about that. What happened when the other one was postponed? Was it the Arab nations that influenced the president to keep trying to negotiate? Was it Israel saying we're not ready? There's so much conflicting information on why it was not done. Our military might have said we're not ready. It could have been so many things. So there's so much speculation out there. What was the reasoning behind halting that one? So I can't sit here and say anything definitively that was the reason. That was the reason. It could have been a combination of all. It's midnight now in Iran. See that look, this is what I'm looking at. Look at the gap here. Turkey's not sending the planes. Where's this one headed? See, that's coming from Istanbul, but I don't know where that is. Sharjah, where is that? I have no idea where that is. Oh shit, it just turned. No, that one did. That could be taken off though. See, I'm not seeing much air traffic coming down now. Behind it. I'm looking behind it. That's not even available. I'm looking for a plane that would be coming down eastern Iraq. It's usually Turkish or UAE or Qatar. See, this one's going to Baghdad from Turkey. So, for example, does this one go through Turkey and then pass through northern Iraq like these are to head down to Baghdad? If it doesn't, then you know they're avoiding it. That's far off. It'd be nice if we had something closer. But these are the things you look for. Will the traffic start to change and go more to the east and not come through here? And of course, the traffic throughout the whole area, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, definitely Iran. But don't pay attention too much to these gaps because that's actually normal. It's actually normal. It happens. But if we start to see a separation like behind here and nobody else wants to come down, then we might be talking about something. But there's still... Where is this? Sharjah. I don't know where that is. Where the hell is Sharjah? Just made. Oh, that's my boss messaging me. In the Emirate. Where is this? UAE. So that's going to the UAE. So that's good to know. That's good to notice because it's got to come down. It has to come down to go to the UAE. So this plane right here from Turkey, because it has to come down here. It would follow this corridor. And until we see something different there. But then again, let me make this note. Even though, if they're in this airspace and things start to get closed down, they're going to continue on their flight path until they clear the area. Because it happened. I need the graphic for the conference. What? My boss. Anyway. So like this one. Let me see what's going on these messages. Oh, God. Yeah, they're saying the same thing. Hundreds of American soldiers were evacuated from Al Udeid base in Qatar. They're repeating the same thing. France told it to get the people of French people in Iran get out immediately. I read that earlier. To leave Iran immediately. And they are also repeating the same thing. Everybody's repeating that. Hundreds of U.S. troops have been evacuated from Qatar and Bahrain in preparation for a conflict with Iran. New York Times. So they're all referring to the New York Times. It's taken me 30 minutes to get into the stream. Wow. Maybe that's what it was. It was a YouTube issue. So that's the latest I'm seeing there. So if they're withdrawing personnel from the bases because they're right there, they're getting ready. Japan has urged its citizens to leave Iran and Israel 12 minutes ago. So now Japan is has urged its citizens to leave Iran and Israel. The United States has evacuated its troops at the Bahrain base, 5th Fleet. Wow. Reuters, U.S. is preparing several scenarios for strikes against Iran. That's from Reuters. Iran National Security Committee. We have the capacity to counter any American military threat. Less than an hour ago. The president. I feel very badly for the people of Iran. They've lived in hell. What is this? Really? I would like to get that. Where is that? Holy shit. This could be big. If I could find this. Oh, we're going to have to bookmark this. Let me see how this works first. There's going to be all kinds of filters. Sign up to unlock. All right, I just did. Let me refresh. Oh, this is an interesting model. It's beta, so it's still saying to sign in. Let's see how good this is. Global tension, severe. I'm trying to get this to work. Holy shit. It's got actually, I'm in. It's got a live news feed in here too. I don't know about that. I don't want to show it yet until I'm familiar with it. I'll just put it on the screen. It's experimental. I got to reshare the screen. I got to redo this. I'm using something else to stream with. This is new. I've never seen this before. It's the first time. So that's like people are. Wow, this is crazy. Like I said, this might take some time getting used to using. the filters. Flight detections, whale tracker. What the hell is that? Command tanker transport fighter. It also brings in feeds. Distinct high. Yeah, this is hundreds. You guys see this? It's taking in the feeds from Telegram, from X, and everything else. Topic. Holy shit. This is an interesting little thing here. Look how it brings in all the news sources. This is pretty freaking cool, actually. Boring? I don't know how things can be boring right now. The tension is insane. I like that it has this news feed. So yeah, here's another little thing to use. Look at that. Politico citing two sources say that the U.S. attack on Iran could happen this weekend. U.S. military planning on Iran has reached an advanced stage with options including targeting individuals. What the hell is this? 3 buildings were hit. Casualty numbers aren't known as of now. IDF. What the hell? When was that? 1 hour ago? What the hell is that? High impact. Oh, shit. If this is boring, I don't know. This is 1 hour ago. 3 buildings were hit. Casualty numbers aren't known as of now. IDF claims 3 buildings were hit. Casualty numbers. IDF claims the targeted building was a command center. That's in fucking Saudi Arabia. That's not good. Saudis ain't gonna like that, if that's true. Tanker transport fighter. It's the same thing. That's a betting. Yeah, that's okay. VIP. What is all this? Yeah, we know about the troops being evacuated. It's up to date, too. Zelensky announces preparations for a productive round of negotiations. Okay. We know about that. I like this. I actually do like this. Because it's sourcing in real time. I like that. I have to say, I do like that. Okay, it's not going to share the other screen. I like that. As that's a new little thing to use. It's new. It's beta. Hold on. And Dusty, we were talking about this last night. The amount of assets and the amount of bombs and missiles that are known that we can, because Dusty, are you here in chat? That site is, I'll put it in chat. Hold on. Because I have it in a different window. Right here. This is the site. I might have messed up. That might work. I don't know if I hit. Yeah, that's it right there. I don't know if Dusty's around, but we went over numbers, raw numbers. And it is kind of crazy. Because we actually looked at the research. Well, he did. And it would be this. Literally 400,000 missiles and bombs. Just what you're about to see on the screen. With the 2 carrier groups and the destroyers and the submarines. We didn't even count. Oh, no, we did count the planes. Do you know how much firepower is just here? This has nothing to do with the ground aircraft, like the B-2s coming in or the planes that are in the region. Just based on what the ships can do is unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. There's the carrier. At least based on this. And this was last updated today. Look at this. It's unbelievable. I mean, you can click on anyone. There's like 17 destroyers. There's the Georgia sub. Another sub. I mean, this is all part of the strike group. Supply ships. Supply ship that contains ammo, cargo. Because a lot of people say, what happens when the bombs run out? They got supply ships. That's how it works. What do you think they're going to fly it in? So this is where they're showing it here. I mean, everything's getting into position right now. This is not the same site. You want me to show you guys this? Exactly. Dusty, you were there last night when we were discussing this. I'll send you guys the link for this too. So you have it. Right there. Yeah, we always got to worry about that. That's each strike group. That's crazy. I mean, look at this. Just waiting to come in. And there's some already there. Oh my God. And that's what we know. That's why I don't necessarily think, I think the carrier has to get to at least here. Or even here. That's why I'm not so sure like tonight. I think they're going to wait for this carrier to get closer. But you never know what Iran might do. Israel's going to wait because they know what's coming. There's a lot. So that is a big deal right there. And coming into the Mediterranean, that is a big deal. But that other thing was interesting. That other map. That's new. It's a beta. It's being tested. So they're still working on that. It probably has glitches. It's called Glint. That other map. This. Now I wonder if they update the news feed. I'm going to refresh it and see what happens. If it's a constant live, see, it changed. Animated diagram of strikes. Oh, that's Ukraine. This has to do with the tariffs. So we got to go to topic. Iran. This is pretty cool, actually. Yeah, that was the last. Traders brace for, oh, that's the market effect. And then it even has the links to it. The stock market. I don't see it opening up on any window, though. This is pretty cool. And I did put the link in there. You just click on sign in. Oh, it's actually opening up. It's probably going to open up a bunch. This is CNBC, but that's the link that they put in there. CENTCOM. Just hit the sign in and it could take you to your email, like your Google or whatever to log in. You'll see when you click it. But this ain't bad. This is actually pretty cool. Whoa. Gotta watch that fuck. I don't want to use bad language, but gotta watch this gap. Now I know there was one heading toward UAE. That's going to Baghdad. So that's another one to watch if it comes down. Because it has to come down to go to Baghdad. Baghdad is down here. So this plane should, if everything's good, come down this way. But there is a gap. Starmer's probably already oh my gosh. It's crazy, right? Yeah. I don't think that's flying, what you're saying, though. It's talk. The United States needs to use Diego Garcia. The United States is using Diego Garcia. Starmer could talk all he wants. He has to do that because of the threat inside the UK. That's why he's doing it, because he knows there's a legitimate threat inside the country. That's why Macron is silent. A different platform, so it's a little. There was a lot of weird issues going on earlier with the stream. This one seems to be holding solid. Has Tusi gone live? What's going on with Tusi? I'm sure Goldie and Armin are live. I'm just curious. I mean, I would think Tusi's got to be going live or has been going live because today was a little late starting. So you guys can let me know on that. But yeah, we got to just look for little, and I'm going to keep keeping an eye on all these social media posts. But they're quiet right now. So right now the markets are about to close. Just for those that think that's important. Also, it's almost 12:30 a.m. in Tehran or in Iran. Personally, I don't see anything happening tonight, but there are a lot of speculation that something would happen Saturday morning in Iran or tomorrow, Sunday morning in Iran, or after the State of the Union or next weekend or whenever. Any chance we do nothing at all? Birdman, I've been trying to ask that question to myself. Oh no. I gotta go out. All right, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Bye. I gotta go out. Does anybody want to join on Discord and keep the conversation going? And matter of fact, if anyone, I can give you guys control of this platform and you can actually carry the stream and share screens and do it yourselves. I can give you admin control, I think. Or can I? I don't have access to John's email. Maybe not. But anybody want to go on Discord and come on, and I could leave this screen up at least until I get back in 15 minutes. So I'm going into Discord now. For those in Discord, you know who you are. In your opinion, are the markets being closed an important aspect? See, Jimmy, it depends. I mean, is it really going to have an effect on the market? If we go, what happens Monday? I mean, it goes nuts. So it's going to happen. It's inevitable no matter what happens. The Asia market actually opens first. Excuse me. So at this point, what difference does it really matter? Really? It's going to affect the market no matter what. So what, you'd prolong it 24 hours, 48 hours, really? It's going to affect the market no matter what. So I'm not buying too much into it, but I mean, what are you just putting it off the inevitable that it's going to affect the market? Of course it's going to affect the market. So what, you wait 1 day, 2 days? What the hell is, I don't know what you guys talking about. For those on TikTok, on Discord, do you want to join the voice call? So I'm going to unmute myself there because I got to go out. All right, I have it unmuted. I'm going into the voice chat. Who's in here? No one. Everybody's on mute. I'm all by myself. Brian might be there.
I'm here.
You're here. Dude, I don't know if you want to carry the stream by yourself, though. That's up to you. Because I got to step out.
Yeah,
Oh, wait. Who was that?
Frankie.
Oh, what's up, Frankie?
Up to you.
A pleasure.
Hello, Frankie.
No, it's not up to me. It's up to you if you want to be here with Frankie. Because like I said, I got to step out. Who else is here?
Hello, people.
Oh, Moses.
These people aren't by themselves, Bill. Come on now.
All right. You guys. All right. So this is our community friends. And by the way, I want to
You can
thank,
hold it down.
I got to thank Brian and KJ and Dusty and Sacred, Stormtrooper. Dude, that came out so good. The Ali the Mouse. I have to say, that really worked out well. Oh, they're all coming in now. All right. You guys got this? Because I'm going to step out.
Yep.
Yeah, we got it for a few minutes there, buddy. Go ahead.
All right, because I'm going to leave this up on the map. You guys can have discussions, whatever. And they're from all over the place. Moses is in Israel. I mean, I say Moses. Chaos. Or is it Moses or Chaos here right now?
I'm here. I'm here, brother. I'm okay.
All right. You guys do your thing. I'm stepping away.
Sacred will hold down the East Coast.
And
Thank you for
Brian,
your concern.
Brian, you rocked that on that song, man. You really did the mariachi thing. That was like, oh my God. That was amazing. Oh, and I did message Sepp. It was brief, but he's okay. Him and his mom are okay. And he wished the best for me too, to my mom. So thank God Sepp
That's
is
how
okay.
everybody is like that.
Yeah, thank God Sepp is okay. All right, I'm leaving.
That was real beautiful. That was real big of you.
No, so trust me, it's like a brother thing, and it was my fault 100%. 100% I was an absolute a-hole. I take 100% responsibility, and I felt so bad afterwards. But hopefully, you know, things will, once he settles down, whatever he's doing, and he'll come and hang out. I'm praying for that. Anyway, goodbye, guys. I'll be back.
Bye, Bill.
Shalom, guys.
Here. Hey,
Hi, Angel's here.
hey,
Chaos
everybody.
here.
Hey,
Hi,
No,
Moses.
no,
Can I say
yeah.
something very, very quickly
go ahead, Nina.
about the song Mushali? So I also agree it was a beautiful, beautiful, tremendous, beautiful song. But what I meant when I talked to Bill was that in Farsi, when we say mush to anyone, it's like a cute thing. But now, because he's in his bunker underground, people call him Mush Ali because he's underground, so he's a mouse. But a mouse is a quite what was it, cute, I don't know, label you put on something. But we should just go with the flow and of course name him Mushali. Of course we are. But I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying in general the Farsi, the language, is like a cute thing when you say mush to anyone. Okay? I just wanted to clarify. Thank you.
Oh, not a problem. Not a
Isn't
problem.
she the sweetest thing?
Oh, of course. How you doing today, Angel?
I am doing good. I had my donuts with the darling, and now I'm ready for you guys.
Ah, yes. How are
Nice.
how are the grandkids doing?
I didn't hear you. Sorry, my dogs went at it.
That's okay. I said, how are the grandkids doing?
I have one little grand boy, and he is doing great.
Hmm.
He just saluted you.
Oh, he's so sweet. How old is he? Kindergarten, right?
Yeah, he just turned 5 in June. We have the same birthday in June.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's my whole world.
I bet.
That's something, you know. That's something.
Yeah, he's the only one I'll get and the only one I got.
The only one you're gonna have. Why is that?
Oh, they don't want to have anymore.
Yeah. You know what
my
that
old,
translates into, don't you?
yeah, I was born with a skin disease, and it was very mild for me, and then got worse for my son when he was born, and then we had a chance of passing on the worst form to him. So we stopped when God blessed us and said we don't need to try again.
Mm.
So he was born perfectly healthy, and we'll stop right here. Praise God. But I'm gonna let you guys get back to war talk because I didn't realize we were streaming in front of everybody.
You don't want to stream in front of everybody and talk about the grandkids and everything else like that? Come on now. We're a family here.
I actually do, but I think everybody else wants to hear about the war.
The war, it's coming, guys. That's
Yep.
given. Look at the movement. And yeah, that's something we all need.
Yeah, let me get caught up on what's going on. You guys go for it.
Mhm.
Let me listen in.
So to give you a new update from the Middle East, because Bill saw something at a website that we attacked Saudi. That's not true. That's not true. So we attacked in Lebanon, and Gaza got gifts too. So yeah, nothing with Saudi.
Can I just
And-
butt in a minute? Have you noticed the big gap on flight radar?
Yeah, but it's not enough if you're just looking at the.
Are you
numbers.
looking at Bill's screen?
Also, look at the time too. It's middle of the night. You're gonna get a lot
Exactly.
of flights in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's usually more than that. It's not
Not at
usually
this time
that.
of the
thin.
evening.
Oh,
Not at this time of the evening.
Normally, no.
It's midnight there right now in Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and so forth. So
And if people wondering why the Israeli airspace is a bit empty, it's because of Shabbat. So
But also, Bill has filters up that are deleting some. I'm on the regular. I have all the filters set. I can see everything. There's a lot more traffic in that area than it shows on Bill's radar.
yeah, exactly.
all right.
So yeah, but for now, Moses, I hope you had a wonderful start of your Shabbat, Achi.
Back
Oh,
from
thank
last
you.
Friday night. This is
Thank you so
normal
much,
this
you
time of
too.
day.
So And Blue, to answer your question real quick, could be a test with the earthquake. Could be. I mean, it's near something. But I don't think they testing nukes. Because if they would have a nuke, they didn't test them. The test
It'd be another gas
object will be
explosion.
us. So, sadly.
We looked it up, and the size of the explosion would have to be, I think, 2 kilotons to create a 5.0 earthquake. And that takes quite a bit of uranium or plutonium. That takes about more than 2, about 20 kilograms of uranium or plutonium in order to make that kind of an explosion. That's quite a bit,
Do we think still got a nuke then?
What was that now?
That's me, Frankie. Think they have got a nuclear weapon or not?
I don't think they do, personally. I don't think they do. But if they did, those are the numbers that would be required for them to create a ground shake big enough to register that strong on the Richter scale.
Yeah. Just wish it would all get sorted just for the Iranian people.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, same here. Same
Thank
here.
you.
Even I mean, in the first
Last
place,
night, they were saying about they always believed that Iran was a Muslim country. I mean, I've got to be honest. I was exactly the same. I really thought that Iranians and they were all Muslims, and anything that went wrong, it was an Iranian. And it wasn't until this happened, and I watched Tusi all the time, that I realised how wrong I was. And again, I don't know who said it last night, talking to my daughter the other day, and she went, "Muslims, Mum." I went, "No, they're not. They're not. That they lived exactly like we, supposedly do in the UK." I said, "You 79." I said it was before they wore minis and thin, and and then it's just what people are. But I think media that pump this information and give us this insight into what things really are. Crazy. But I feel ashamed of myself believing for so long. And if you can hear a noise in the background, it's my 2 dogs jumping around.
Well, you can't blame yourself for believing something in the past that you only had limited information on. I mean, I admitted it yesterday that my beliefs were skewed for well over 40 years until just recently, and when I came to the understanding that no, it actually isn't that way. So you can't go off of what you know.
I just want to say I appreciate both of you admitting to that, because
I did this morning. I admitted it this morning that
you did, and it's just it's freeing. Didn't know, because the media is not feeding the right news and the truth. So
did you
I'm
feel like
so
I did,
glad.
Dusty, where you just wanted to educate the world?
Well, I've been educating my family for a long while, since October the 7th. I mean, since October the 7th, I had a pendant. I mean, I'm not Jewish, but I had the pendant that said "Bring them home," and I wore that. That day, the last victim, the last body, was taken out of Israel. And I mean, I would walk about, and people would say to me, "I didn't know you were Jewish." And I support the Jewish nation. I mean, I want somebody to make me understand why people hate Jews so much. I can't get around it. I don't understand it. And, you know, I mean, I had people spit at me because I was wearing this pendant, and I was like, I mean, I'm a 60-year-old woman, and you know, I just, oh, but no, and I didn't take it off until that last body was recovered. Because, you know, I just stood in support.
Thank you for supporting us.
I've been flying the Israeli flag since the 12-day war. I even have a Jewish star out there, the Star of David.
Did you
But
get any
I
backlash for it?
no, no.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, I found out just a couple months ago that I inspired 2 other people in my town to put up flags similar to mine. And I didn't even know
Nice.
that till they approached me and told me.
Nice.
I know that was touching, I thought.
Well, in the
You
UK,
know-
it was totally different. I mean, it's disgusting when they have their Palestinian marches, when the Jews and the Patriots, they put them in a little corner. So they let the Palestinians, pro-Palestine people, just do whatever they want. But when it's like, and they've done it with the Iranian protests as well. And they're it. What? But then we've got a Muslim mayor in London, so I mean that says it all. He's totally everything, not Muslim. I mean the posters that he puts around places like Tube and, you know, London Tube stations, that they're all Muslim related, and it just makes you so angry that our country is not our country anymore.
Oh, it must be really painful, frankly, really painful. I wouldn't know how to deal with that.
We can't
Which
forget that Bill is still live and we have to moderate there because I see people asking how to get into this and I don't see it pinned anymore.
I'm working on it.
If
I'm gonna
somebody
dust
could
it.
help. Okay, thank you. I'm going to moderate that chat moderate that chat.
Yeah.
I just posted a link in chat there for people to go link into Discord.
That's it.
Dusty, will you look into your DMs, please?
I just copied it so that way I can have it too, so I can post it when it needs.
You know,
Also-
Chaos and I were having a
also-
discussion this the other day regarding why people are so vehemently opposed to the Israeli people, and I think it boils down to that people are just jealous that the Israeli people have been chosen by God. Why you and not me? You know, Cain and Abel kind of a thing going on here.
But Jesus was
And they're
doing.
very successful. And they are very successful because
The Lord
Chaos,
Savior is
please
Lord.
correct me if I'm wrong, but working hard is very important, correct?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's what they believe in that gets them to where they are. It is just beautiful to watch.
I've never understood it. Never. I mean, you know, I'm very much. I make my family laugh at me. Really, I watch news. I'm always now glued. Not necessarily. I don't watch mainstream news. I only watch what I see on YouTube. But I watch news and know what's going on. When you watch like the protest, when you get like the Iranians, the Israelis, they come up after they've been. Their rhetoric is all hate. Just leave everything so disgusting. It just makes you think, you want that permanent in this country? I mean, we're nearly there anyway. No, it just gets me. It really does. I just don't understand why people hate the Jewish nation. I mean, here, and then you've got Christians and Catholics and everything. They all believe in Jesus and God and everything. I don't get it. I'm like I said, I'm in my mid-60s and I've never been able to understand it ever.
Right.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we
Yeah?
can hear you.
Oh, good. Yeah. I was having a headphone problem. Sorry. Yeah, sorry to butt in. I was just saying hello.
Hi.
Steve. Hi, Frankie.
Hi. Pebble.
Steve,
Yes, ma'am.
this thing about Jewish people,
Mm-hmm.
I'm Jewish by
Mm-hmm.
birth, and I've had Christians tell me, "You're Jewish. You killed Jesus, and you're going to hell for it." And I tell them, I'm a Christian. I believe in this. I was born and raised a Christian. I didn't know I was Jewish until I was in my 30s. Well, that doesn't make any difference. You're still a Jew. And you did this. You're no good. Get away from us. And I've had them kick me out of their churches.
Wow. So their
Wow.
hatred, their hatred, they will never know God.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
Um,
and
the funny
you
part
know,
is, so many people don't know that Jesus was a Jew too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, Chaos. I was just about to say it.
Yeah, Jesus was, and it's just see that people hate. Think, well, then you must hate God, you must hate Jesus. No, because like Jesus was a Jew.
Well, the
Just
people
picture
And
it,
I
you
don't
know,
think he
that's what it is.
killed Jesus. Jesus let that happen to him. The Jewish people were chosen
Yeah.
part in this Jesus dying. I don't blame, you can't blame the Jewish people. Nobody killed Jesus. He was in control from go.
Yeah.
But I think it is really
Amen.
hard for other
Amen.
people to understand that. As a Bible teacher, I'm really trying hard to keep my mouth shut. But the truth is, it's just,
Amen.
it's just
Amen to that.
people, it's a lack of knowledge. I've actually had pastors tell me that, you know, when all this happened with Kirk, and I thought we should educate the young people, and he's like, but the Jews did kill Jesus. And I'm like, wow, that's the pastor. I spent 3 nights feeding him and ain't been back. But this world needs education. And we also need to remember that we are streaming live. And there's hundreds of people listening to us.
It can be
And
a
we
lot of
can't
different-
shut each other up.
I mean, you
So
know,
we should all just be a little more careful.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
Other
either
than that, I'll jump back in if we get biblical again.
and ignorance or uneducation. That's what we'll put that down to.
Well, it is, isn't it?
It is a lack of education. Everything from the biblical part of it to just not knowing what the Iranian people have been through and are actually going through. I used to think they were all one group. I didn't know there was a difference.
But I have just a point to make to you guys. Thank you for standing with us in that times. And even if you're getting mistreated by some people, to reject and just wear them with a proud pin for the
You're
hospital.
a family, you know
And,
that we're all with you.
We were not born Iranian, but we were all born human. Hypothetical borders are just that, hypothetical. They are not boundaries for love. And I love all of you, regardless of your size, shape, or color. And I'm just sorry I didn't know better sooner. But I'll teach
Well-
everybody I meet going forward.
Right.
Well, at least, you know, it's never too late to change the mind, to look into facts.
You know,
you
I
know?
wonder how many times groups like ours right now that get together and solve things like world hunger, world peace, you know, and
Yeah.
stuff like that, just as a group with some solidarity coming together, that just never get understood or heard because it never reaches a broader audience.
Yeah,
It's
I was
shame
saying
it's
this
Agape.
earlier.
Seen
I feel-
Agape in our chat. Want to shout out Agape to Simon.
I mean, think about it. We're all here and we're all from different parts of the world. I mean, I'm the UK, and you've got Americans, Canadians, Israelis, and, you know, and it just shows people can talk, can get on. It doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter what you believe in. But
Yep.
people, like someone said, we're all human, and that is it. That's what counts, is being good human. And you know, and that's, and I think this group is what it is. Everyone on this group seems to be
We've
a
become a
lovely
family in here.
I
Yeah,
hope everybody learns from us and the
Yeah.
amount of
Well,
love
I've learned so much.
we have.
I've learned so much from you, and like people all around the world, and it's amazing what education can do and change your whole thought process, and you know how you think about things. So yeah, thank you
I-
for my
I
little
think
family
it's
in here.
lovely.
For that.
Yeah, I think it's lovely. I do. You know, I mean, where else really, other places like this, do you get to somebody actually from Israel or Iran that actually know what's going on around? I mean, we can look at the TV and we can hear whatever is being said. Being there and living it is a completely different thing. And it's great that people like Moses and Chaos are here and tell us, you know, exactly what it's like there.
I dream of
Very,
the day
very-
we all get together in Iran.
Yeah, we'll all go to Tuesday's pub.
We're all going to book our flights at the same time and be Discord talking while we're getting on the plane.
Yeah.
But what are you
Well,
wearing today? Grab what you're wearing.
Side-eyeing that person 3 aisles over from you that seems to be chatting, making noise, not realizing it's your best friend from the chat room.
Yeah.
I love it.
At everybody in the chat, if you want to have some questions to you towards us, just give us a heads up, and yeah, if not, just listen and chill, grab a beer, tea, whatever. Don't touch my coffee.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
I'm gonna touch
it's
it.
9:30
I'm
here
gonna
in the
Yeah.
UK at the moment.
Remember,
tell us
Operation.
something.
Chaos, I
Remember-
love your serious
Ah,
voice, but your sense of humor just goes so well together.
Isn't it?
yeah, you know.
He has me laughing.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, as
you
long
know,
as I stay away from
Red
our
Bull,
420,
I
we're
need Red Bull and I need coffee.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. And Red
Goodness.
Bull, your wings are not stealth enough. I can't see
That
them.
roasted goodness.
But the airspace is clearing now. I'll be
Red
on
Bull,
my way.
that's it.
Don't you worry.
Just get rid of all his Red Bulls and whatever you did over to him. He's being really rude to you.
He turned me into an air just today.
I've got one.
No more
sexy word
deliveries for you,
Chaos.
Chaos.
Chaos. I've got one sexy
Yeah.
word for you. Folgers.
oh my God, I'm hot.
So Dusty, you know,
Is it
You know-
instant?
Ooh,
You know,
instant.
you if
Just
you
We're getting
try
rude
to
now.
touch my coffee, no? You can
Hey,
look,
have
I was in
at
I,
the right
I was in
moment.
the infantry. I can make anything perverted. Okay, come on.
Bill's going to come
I'm
back.
gonna
and
get
say,
out.
Maybe you can touch my coffee just one time, maybe. Just once.
Yes, I'm gonna have to bring you all of my flavored coffee I have, and I have about 9 different types, and I'm going to make you try every one of them.
So you mean I put
By Fire
everything
Department
in
Coffee.
it and
Fire
test
Department-
them
Fire Department Coffee.
that way, or just a cup?
Tammy, I
just
got
have
some
black
coffee
coffee.
here that will give you a damn heart attack if you try to drink it. I guarantee it.
Tammy, what coffee do you drink?
Challenge accepted, Dusty. Challenge accepted.
drink-
Oh my.
I drink regular coffee, French vanilla, cinnamon vanilla, caramel pecan, caramel,
This stuff-
caramel
Those are flavored
macchiato,
coffee.
toasted coconut.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
stuff is
Tammy,
called
put some on. I'm
white-
coming.
It's called this white. This is
I
called
got
white coffee.
Michigan,
It's got
I got Michigan cherry.
Ooh.
this is stuff. It's called
Cherry
white
in a
coffee. It's got
coffee?
3 times the amount of caffeine per capita than espresso, and you make it in a drip coffee maker.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Everybody coffee
Chris-
coming.
And at Christmas time, I get peppermint mocha, gingerbread, eggnog, coffee creamer, and pumpkin spice coffee creamer, and
Wow.
And my husband said, when I come home, he said, I'm going to come home to a lot of delicacies.
That's right.
Well, you know, I keep my mouth shut right now because I know how we were thinking about coffee and all the stuff at home. You will need
Yeah,
the
That's
don't
coffee.
talk about food.
That's
You
why,
will need
that's
the
why,
coffee.
that's why I said, Chaos, we've already bought out all the coffee companies.
Yeah,
Buy them
but if he
cheap
comes
and-
home, he will need the coffee, and you need the coffee too. Just saying.
That's one. Yeah, but that's one thing about us military families, Chaos. We drink a lot of coffee.
Yep,
Amen.
I agree.
I don't.
Yep.
I only drink coffee. I don't drink tea.
Oh no, I like
So-
tea.
So bad of
Right.
you. You're English. You're supposed to be drinking cups of tea.
Yeah,
Let-
no,
let-
Lester
let
Smith
me
sounded
bring
very,
a
very
point,
English.
I need to make a point. If some one from England call milk and tea a tea,
Oh,
then
here we go.
it's not a tea. It's not a tea. Okay, it's something else. It's not tea.
It's
Come on,
English.
chaos.
But
You have a
but,
tea
no,
bag.
guys, you are allowed to do it.
mad.
Oh, we know no
No,
difference. So we're educated.
If I have a tea, I literally have a cup full of milk. That is it. So, and that is very, very rare. I can't remember the last time I had a cup of tea. I give me black coffee, strong black coffee, and that's me happy.
We do have
And a
like
gin and
peppermint
tonic.
teas and stuff like that here. Yeah, but I mean, like the original cup of tea is it a tea bag, milk, and sugar if you have it.
Yeah.
Some people like sugar, some people don't. But but there is different teas. But suppose the old school people just drink normal tea.
A lot of people
How
like.
do you know?
What do they call it? What's that perfumey flavour one? Earl Grey.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Earl Grey is
we do have different ones. I've never tried that one.
camomile's
You don't like Earl
nice.
Grey?
No, I am one of those people that just drink original tea.
Green tea or
something.
oolong tea?
Yeah, Tammy?
Hey, I'm going to give you a recipe. When you get sick, real sick, get you a cup of hot tea, put a little bit of honey and lemon in it, and put a little bit of whiskey in it and stir it up and drink it before you go to bed. And I guarantee you will
I am
be
totally in.
fine the next morning because if you've got a temperature, your temperature will break. That's called the hot toddy.
Yeah.
I know.
And
It's
that's what
happening in the UK.
that's
I am
and
totally
it
in
will
for it.
work. And it will work. That's what my daddy used to fix when I would get sick with the flu and run temperatures of 103 before they'd reach 104.
I mean, sounds delicious, and I think I will do it. But before I try that, I need to get sick. And when I get sick and I need that, I need to hide first because my family will feed me a lot of vegetables and a lot of soup. I think
Noodle.
Moses know what I am talking about.
Oh yeah, mine did too. Mine did too.
Justy, can I ask you a question? Are you on here, sir?
Sure.
What do you feel like the gap's looking like now in the airspace? What, from your personal opinion?
The air gap here.
Yeah, the one behind. So I'm looking on. There's a gap which I know is normal,
Light
but then
traffic.
the one behind that. Yeah.
Light traffic coming from the north, but it seems to be pretty normal for this time of the day. There's
Yeah.
a bit lighter traffic that is around the airports in the south. Like for instance, Qatar doesn't have as many aircraft at the airport that I normally see, but the UAE and Dubai have everything that they normally do. So I'm looking at normal traffic patterns, maybe a little bit lighter than normal, but nothing really unusual.
Yeah, I'm
The
gonna.
only thing I'm seeing on X is sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm muted.
They're just evacuating. I just seen they were evacuating more of the bases in Qatar and things like that on X, but that's all I'm seeing right now, more of the same.
Now to address
Yeah,
something here,
a lot of people.
Hungry Jay in the chat room saying this shit's taking too long. You know what? You're right. It is, but on the flip side, if we want to make sure we do it the right way, we've got to take our time to do it the right way. Going in hot-headed and without a plan is a surefire way to get yourself, kicked in the nuts and sent to the sidelines. So, even though I like you, I hate it. I think it's necessary at this particular point in time. We've got to do it, man. We got to do it.
Do you think it'll be this weekend?
That's hard. I think
I don't think any
of
us.
But
there's another question underneath. Justy, you could probably answer that. From Jason.
What's the deal with the huge?
What's he asking here? What's the deal with the huge Russian cargo plane about to land in Tehran? I don't know. I have no idea. Turkish Airlines.
How reliable do you think that the Intel cams and like the AP cams will be for watching the war? I know I watched through Agenda Free TV, the 12-day war, and I feel like I saw every single time one of them landed. And I'm just wondering if it's still going to be that accurate this go around.
That's hard to say. I don't know because I don't know. This has been going on so long, and we've been filming the same blank sky. It's hard to say because we don't have anything to base anything off of to even know whether or not half these streams are streaming live.
I guess we'll have to wait till it happens.
Yeah, as soon as that first bomb falls somewhere where there's a camera, and we can say, "Yeah, why didn't you catch that?" or "Holy shit, look what just happened," then we'll know for sure. But,
As soon as when I hear the Tozar app go off, I tend to pull up the cameras, and most of the time I'll see something, and I'll continue to do that.
Well, which cameras do you typically look at? if
Hey,
anything
I'll
else,
break for a
post that
second.
link
I
in
need
the
a beer break.
in the Discord chat, and I'll put it back up on the
Laura,
screen
I
here
have
inside the.
two. Yeah, there were two different websites that I used during the 12-day war, and I literally watched the whole war. I didn't miss a single bomb drop. God bless you, grandson.
Hey,
And I
y'all,
will
take a
share
break
the
for a
links
moment.
to
Eat your
those. One is an Intel camera, and the other one I think is AP. And Associated Press is pretty good.
Guys, Sacred wanna talk to.
Okay, you guys. For those that are on the live and are hearing us, and for those that's in the Discord, for if I catch you or another person in the live who causes disruptions, you will be banned, permanently banned, and then we will do it over and over again. That is, there is no. This is a no-go situation. This is your one and only warning. Okay, you guys, continue.
Okay, so I've got that properly. You
Right,
guys have
well
been warned that if you mess around in the Discord, your warning is already given. So if you mess around, you can expect immediate action on that one. Moderators are watching the Discord, so keep that in mind when you go there. That is a heavily moderated service, and the things that may be tolerated on YouTube will not be tolerated there.
Yeah, Bill's gives a lot more kind of free speech, and it gives everyone a chance on the stream and live, but in the Discord it's just not okay. And there's a lot of people that take a lot of disrespect to it. So yeah, you'll be gone.
Yep. Got to draw the line somewhere. No, Sacred, there's no problems there. I mean, after all,
No problem, Sacred.
you control that particular rudder of the boat, and if somebody says, if you say something about that, then we're going to honor it and make sure that other people understand.
See, I have a question. When they're gonna strike? Before they strike, how long before they strike do they warn to clear the airspace?
I don't know.
Okay, Tammy, at this time, there will be no warning. It'll be an immediate no, Tam. At the elevations that everything is flying currently, they will close airports. That's how you'll know. You won't get closed to airspace. We'll be weaving in and out of current air mods. Once action starts, it's on the airlines to close their airstrips and the routes for their planes for them to evacuate the area.
Sacred, what I'm understanding from you, I'm sorry, Tammy, but what I'm understanding from you is that if it comes down to that part next, then it's going to be, we're going to give out saying, we're operating here. It's going to be up to you to decide whether or not you're going to move your aircraft.
I was just wondering.
Okay. Yep, that's Sacred replying exactly. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that people understand, what the concepts are that we're sharing here. Oh no, that's cute, Kermit. What's going on here in chat? Anything going on in chat?
I think somebody was just asking kind of who we are.
Uh-huh.
looked
Why
pretty
I
clear on that.
banned that person was because from Skywatcher to Jesus Watcher. If you read between that words, you get the message.
Mhm.
So messages like that not tolerated at all, even with freedom of speech. To make that clear.
Well, that's understandable.
Hey, can I make a request?
Of course, go ahead.
So people have made me a mod, and I'm all about categorization. I can't even pronounce it right. But I think it's a good idea now with a lot of people and a lot of people are listening, that we put the things in the right category. So if it's breaking, it's breaking. If it's news, it's news. So, and if we want to have a good law, we can have it in the general chat, maybe, because that can be more like Freaky Friday, like it is now. That's okay. But yeah, that was it. Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
So-
and that's what the categories was made for, so it's easier for people to go to. So yeah, that's a good point.
Thank you.
Map does look a bit quiet now.
I will answer that question. If we're knowing something that's going on when Israel is open up the bomb shelter, so it could be a sign, it could be, but at the moment, it's that our home front command giving instruction out to us in Israel where the next shelter is, for example, which numbers to reach out in an emergency, then a little emergency case with stuff packed in it, like meds, like water, food, and stuff. And yeah, at the moment, no hardcore guidelines, like no gathering and stuff. So at the moment, we won't get a heads up like hours before. It's more 10 minutes before something will happen to us. That's my understanding from
Let's
boots on
see
the
what's
ground.
the time link right now here. It is 1:45 over there right now. Yeah, air traffic is a little bit light, though. I do have to agree, it is a little bit light, all things considering.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hey, watch that gap forming. That's suspicious of how it's broken up. Just watch it.
Yeah,
A huge
Thanks
gap
for the
now.
information. And
but we do still have aircraft coming in from Turkey, and when that's, if you track it back up towards Istanbul, we got the train starting there. I just don't see the return flights getting ready quite yet to go back, and that's what I'm looking for.
I've got to be honest, I've never seen it that empty before. There's usually a line going up and down. It does look quite as normal, and I've been watching every night. So I don't know, it could be that he's got his filters on, but just looks quiet.
Yep.
Hey, just a little message. So I have to say
Kermit,
something.
and Storm, you are too. So you guys didn't upset anyone. So
Hey, I just got to say, if Red Bull had to go and do something, so if she's alone in the YouTube chat room, please help her with a mod. Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, I've been monitoring the gaming chat room.
Yeah, same here. Crazy, crazy day today. And crazy night ahead. But yeah. If somebody wanna know something more about my country, I'm here for you guys for now. I don't know when I need to jump off, but for now I'm here.
You're in Israel, aren't you?
Yeah, I live in Israel and working in Israel. So yeah.
How
I'm located in
expensive
Israel.
then are the hotels in Israel?
It depends on the region, and if you come in summertime, for example, the hotels will be pricey around Tel Aviv because the beach. If you're coming in wintertime, for example, it could be more expensive around our capital. Depends, you know.
But
on
we
the
are all
days,
staying
on-
with chaos, right?
No.
Hey, can somebody answer Jason's question? in
Well,
chat so I
well,
don't understand?
I have.
Just kidding.
Well,
Well,
you are
Sigrid,
welcome.
the-
You are
the-
welcome.
The answer to that question would probably be no, considering that there's two Israelis in the chat right now who are actively speaking. So, Jason, I think the holiday where they don't use electronics right now may not be may not be applying. Chaos. There was a question for people who are Jewish. Are you guys under the holiday where you don't use electronics right now?
Let me bring it up. Let me double check something before I say something about that. Moses is at the moment mute. Let me look it up real quick.
Jason, we got somebody who's actually from there
Well,
looking it up right now.
Well, you know, the Shabbat, you shouldn't touch light. You shouldn't do it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
we see in the camps lights, right? So yeah, we have.
No,
light
this
on.
is the one. This is the one that we were talking about before as well, where if it's already going, then there's no problem using it because you're not starting anything new, right?
Exactly. Exactly that. So if I just keep them on, it's fine. But if I turning them on at Shabbat, for example, not good.
Gotcha.
Sometimes a city's turning the light a bit down. It's my understanding, and I saw that in Jerusalem, for example, some parts going a bit darker. So
Mm-hmm. So, Jason, does that answer your question?
Sometimes, yeah, I hear a jet activity when I listen to them, and then I can say, yeah, we have activity, but for safety reasons, I don't make it public until the public say something about that, because I don't want to endanger our pilots.
Mm-hmm.
So and depends on how much stuff in the air, of course. At nighttime, you can hear a jet better than daily, you know, on daytime. And of course, if it's Shabbat and a fighter jet taking off, you noticed it if you listen to it.
Yeah.
If you're not used to the sound of a jet, then you might miss that noise. So
yes.
And of course, it depends if they're hitting the afterburners or not. So.
Do they do that a lot over you?
Not much.
Okay.
A bit
They used to do
light,
that-
but when they are flying into a mission or at mission, they're turning the lights off. So
I used to live
If
next
they
to an
sh-
Air Force base, and when they flew overhead all the time, they would throw their afterburner on, and you'd get that sudden growl of their aircraft. You know,
Jason, to answer that question, we have a lot of measures to warn our people, even the people who are visiting us, getting the information. If something is happening, but I can recommend to use Red Alert. It's a nice app showing almost everything. So
It's the one I use.
And
I
if
use
you-
Red Alert.
exactly, it's totally fine, and most of the time it's correct. And I don't know a time where Red Alert wasn't correct.
Yeah. But I've got this sign like where it says Lincoln, like that, and I was at the hospital one, and it did that, and my daughter, this woman looked at me, and I said, "Oh, it's okay. Sending rockets over to Israel." It's quite funny, actually. So many inappropriate times it would go on.
all the way down there and away.
I mean, at the people at the chat were thinking if Trump make a deal. I think even if Trump made a deal with them, Israel will not sit by if they didn't limit the program from the ballistic missiles or zero enrichment or cutting the fundings for the proxies in the region. And surprise, surprise, the regime rejected that. So even if they can reach a deal for 5 years or up to 5 years with zero enrichment, well, the other red lines are still on the table, not discussed, not touched. And that's
Even if
why Israel
that-
will strike if needed. alone.
Yeah.
So
Even if they would do that, I don't believe them. Believe anything that comes out of the Ayatollahs at all. I would not believe them at all. So I felt for its own defense has to go in. I mean, I can't see that America will make a deal. Even President Trump, I mean, taking all those forces over there just for a bit of an exercise. No. But there is that 1% chance he does do a deal. Cannot trust what they're going to say because I don't think they'd stick to it.
and it's good to see you guys all here and more people coming into the Discord. It's very nice.
I don't really think Trump will take a deal because he's still holding on to those 4 things: zero enrichment, the limited ballistic missiles, the no funding for proxies, and the no killing of the people and he told them that help was on the way. And Trump, he doesn't like killing he doesn't like people being killed. And when he promised that we were locked and ready to go, and promised him that help was on the way, he's a man of his word. And he promised him, and he's going to help him, and he's going to strike, because he wouldn't have sent all of these ships and all of this assets over if he wasn't planning something.
Very true. I mean, if he didn't follow through, his credibility across the world, not just America, just totally shattered. Because I know there's a lot of people in the UK who wish that we had him rather than Starmer. I'd rather have anybody than Starmer. But yeah, I think if he didn't follow through, his credibility around the world, well, it would give the Iranians or the regime say he's a weak president, he's down. And one thing President Trump isn't, weak. I think you're right. He does follow through with what he says.
Hey guys, I just noticed we're getting diversion flights. Flights are being diverted. I've got a couple. One that's been diverted. It's over mid. It's on the way to Copenhagen, but it's being diverted. So pay attention for the diversions. So that's when we're going to start noticing stuff.
The one
Does
that
look
I
very
noticed was the
empty
one
though, doesn't it?
for Copenhagen, but that's like way down here in the Gulf too.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a long night.
Yes, yes, it is.
I'm sorry, Dusty. I'm starting to cry.
That's okay, Tammy. It's okay. We're all here for you.
Tammy, I'm giving you a virtual hug. We love you.
Oh, no,
Is
you
it
do.
anyone here that can maybe do a prayer? Who's good at it? Angel? Angel's not here.
All I ask is if there's anybody out there right now that's listening to us, just start praying for our soldiers and our troops to be safe and protected, and for their families.
Will do, Tammy.
Yeah.
We are here for you, Tammy. I am back. If something happened.
Maybe that was like Bill got a phone call.
He must have. He must have gotten himself busy because it's been longer than 15 minutes.
Yeah, but we're doing fine, right?
Holding the fort.
Some energy drink dealer somewhere. He's on the corner doing his energy drinks. That's it.
Could be possible.
Well,
Or maybe,
Nina,
maybe Bill will deliver me some coffee.
No man, I don't need Monster. Need a Red
I
Bull.
can-
Need a Red Bull. Go.
Look, guys, I have plenty of coffee because I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here with my family.
So here in Sweden, we have something called fika. It's like tea time, but we're doing it with coffee and maybe some cookies. So what's your favorite cookie, Tammy? What's your favorite fika?
Oh, I love chocolate chips.
Nice.
And I know Chaos makes a lot of chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, that chaos. He's
Chocolate
stirring the shit
cookies?
around.
I have cookies.
Chaos is trouble.
Cookies. Brain stopped
Angel
working.
is here. Maybe we can ask her.
But
Hey,
I
Angel.
have
Lemon
Dusty will
cookies.
bring me coffee.
Angel.
Snickerdoodles.
So we saw something on the flight radar. So I think Dusty can explain it better
Ed,
for you
what
than
do
me.
you want to know?
Wait,
Which update
Chaos.
you prefer to her? Sorry. Go ahead.
Angel, are you listening?
Yes, I'm here.
My stomach is like I'm worried, and maybe more people are. Will you be like to maybe speak a prayer after they have talked to you about the connection, the conditions on the flight radar?
Absolutely.
Small prayer, just for all of us.
Did you want to update the flight radar information?
What you see right now on the screen is live. It's streaming off of Bill's computer right now. So what you're seeing right now is the actual live view from.
Okay, I thought she was asking me to wait till someone else was done talking. Is it okay if I do an open prayer?
I don't think that it would be appropriate at the moment. I would get Bill's clarification on that if we can do that.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah.
there are filters applied to Bill's flight tracker that he has online. They're specific to Bill. So that's what's going to happen over there. That's
Yeah.
what we're seeing over there.
Yeah, because I'm seeing a lot more traffic in the actual Gulf itself from civilian aircraft. I can
All
tell
right,
you
I
what,
apologize. Sorry,
What-
Ada. I'm not going to be able to do that, honey. But we can definitely do it together later.
You know what?
That sounds
What you can
fantastic,
do-
Angel.
What you can do, Angel, is this. Everybody who would like to take a few moments in silence to pray in your own way. Let's
That
give
was
about a
going to be
minute,
my
minute and a
next
half.
recommendation.
Thank you, Sacred, that you're watching and take action. Thanks.
Now, a lot of people who may be continuing to pray, some of you don't. Some of you don't believe, and that's okay. Worship in your way. That's, you have the freedom to do that. To believe in what you believe, and we just want to make sure that everybody has a moment to do so and reflect.
Exactly.
You know, don't want to push any one particular belief agenda upon you that you may not believe. I mean, I'm a spiritualist. I believe in multiple different things. Some people are diehard Christians. Some people are diehard atheist. Whatever it is that you purport to, then by all means take a few minutes and ask that to give comfort and freedom. That's all we ask.
It's not about to turn her down with that question or something. We're respecting everybody and their beliefs.
That's right, Chaos.
And you know, it's doesn't matter. We are all human beings, and if we're believing in a cookie monster, for example, for God's sake, we can't judge. We are not above a human being. Point. Just let the people believe in whatever they want, as long as they are happy with it, and you know, don't do things to cover it up with that belief. Everything fine. But still, it was very polite to ask if she could do something. So that's totally fine.
I agree. I completely agree. It's just one of those. We
So,
have a
and
very
if-
broad spectrum here.
And I mean,
Secret
when
Adams,
she asked
you're
the question,
a little low on your microphone. I don't know if you can adjust the setting up a little bit higher or not, but you're a little bit low in the background.
and let me finish real quick. And when she asks something, she can get a no, right? So I don't think she is upset now. So everybody in the chat, just a little bit calm down. And I thought some drones making a picture or getting zoomies around something.
What is it with you and drones? You and drones, come on.
Well, you know, nobody gave me a drone.
Dad, I see
I don't know
Bill.
why.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. The commander
I
in
saw
chief is
Bill's
back.
head.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, there's a Skywatcher back.
If he listens
the
to this,
prodigal
we're
son
all
returns.
fired.
Yeah, if you don't want
Hurry up,
Damn it, I'm
delete
starting
the
to
screen.
Angel, you are so funny.
What did I
All
miss?
fired.
My ears are
Starting with
ringing.
me.
You're all fired.
My
Yep.
ears are ringing.
You have his number.
She does have my
I
number.
know. That means he can call me to fire me.
My
Nice.
ears are ringing. Some people were talking about me. I know. Now they all
Oh,
get
shit.
they all get
What did you say?
they all get quiet
Bill,
now.
What do you mean some people? What do you mean some people were talking about you? We were all talking about
Listen, 15 minutes turned into
Exactly.
15 minutes
It
turned
was a
into an
team
hour.
effort.
We know your 15 minutes turned into an hour because we discussed that an hour ago.
That's funny. Did I miss anything? Oh, that traffic looks kind of weak.
Yeah, a lot of.
You can watch our
something
show
was
later.
said, but yeah,
Um,
we handled it.
Sacred did say that he clocked a couple of diversions of planes, but I don't know which ones. You'd have to tell you.
But they're still coming down from
No.
Turkey into the eastern Iraq, so there's still evidence that there's traffic coming into the country. But
Yeah, Bill, your filters right now are also blocking some of the civilian traffic that's right about in the dead middle of the Gulf too.
you mean my image?
Yeah, right there on the radar, right on the Gulf here, Qatar and AE.
Oh, you mean down there by the
There's-
Persian Gulf?
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic down there that's,
There
that's
is.
building back up again, but it is still pretty light.
Anything else that I missed? Nothing?
You'll have to watch
Oh,
the
you
show
meant
later.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus
man.
Christ. I can only
Yeah,
imagine.
we are so a 9 to 5 rush hour traffic show.
You guys are
probably-
too-
You got some new followers you don't want.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, I see Hungry put something that I can respect. God save all the people of the world and protect them from this war. Have mercy. Well, it's gone now. It just moved on me. I mean, there are people of all faith, and yes, they don't have to be extremists, and they wish blessings on everyone. You know what I mean? I was just with somebody right now with Kendrick. What is that? Those are my cracks? Awesome. Cool. You're going to make that?
I'm gonna make the same. Can I PPP first?
Yeah. Well, there's none here, is there?
Yeah. It's,
There really is?
yeah.
That's news to me.
That's the last one. That's okay with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead. He's going to be working out with a guy soon, and he's from Yemen. What a great guy. I mean, and he's Muslim, and he's a great guy. He was telling me about the things that go on in Yemen with the Houthis and everything else. And I'm like, we can't judge everyone. You can't. Because there's a lot of people, great people out there, and he's Muslim, and he's totally against all that extremist shit. He's such a humbly good guy, young guy, like in his 20s, and you could see maybe it's the new generation. I don't know. Maybe it's old ideas need to go away, but he was awesome just now. We had a conversation for like a half hour. Maybe that's what took so long. Anyway, Helmet, I've got to show you something, Helmet. Are you there, Helmet? What's going on? Everybody be
I'm
nice.
gonna leave now and I'll watch the stream on the TV.
Okay. Helmet. I'm going to bring this down for a second. I want to see if Helmet's in chat. I got something for you, Helmet. I don't know if he's still here. 512. That means he has to still be here. Are things happening? We'll check in a second. I'm just seeing if Helmet's in chat from Germany. Because he mentioned something. Any possibility of attacking? I mean, anything's possible. Oh, no, not your song, Helmet. Look, Helmet, look. Look what I got. What's up, Nick? Helmet, come on. Give me credit. Look, you were talking about it earlier. Come on. Come on, Helmet. You should have guessed it. Come on. Before more tariffs go into effect. Oh, my gosh. But, anything is possible. If I was living in Iran or Israel, anywhere in the region, I'd be at the edge. I wouldn't be able to sleep. Not that I could sleep normally anyway. You think Moses and Chaos and some of our friends in Iran can sleep right now? I sure wouldn't be able to sleep.
Oh no.
Right, Moses?
Oh, of course not. Even if I will send you the video, why? You will be like, oh man.
You should do that. You should do that to show people what really goes on.
Even when the October 7th happened, it's just like, even if I will post the video here exclusive for you, and for the audience to see what we've been through, you'll be like, wow, that's a miracle that how we, again, because of God, we're alive.
And I need you to speak closer to your microphone, Moses.
I will send you the video.
Send
Can
it
you
to
hear me
me.
good now?
Yes, better.
Yep. Okay. So I
Just
said,
your
you know, and I said because of God, like really, it's a miracle that we are alive. We
Mhm.
are alive, me and my mom. If I will send you the exclusive video that I took on October 7th, the second when the October 7th happened, the attack, you'll be like, wow, what I just witnessed.
I can only imagine.
And I will send
I
you
can't
the
imagine,
video,
actually.
first of all, on private,
Do that.
and then I will send you right now, okay?
But is there anything that I need to cut and edit out of that video that has any personal? I don't want people to know
No,
where this is
don't
taken.
worry. No, don't worry. You have my permission. Don't worry.
Okay.
You have my full permission.
As long as it doesn't reveal any information. You know what I'm saying?
I think if that's the case, Moses wouldn't
Yeah.
send you.
I know,
the
but
permission to do it.
I still have to make sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I sent it to
I
a
agree.
friend request, so I can send you the video.
I fixed my stuff here. I'm a little discombobulated. Okay. Let me fix this. So you sent it on, you sent it on,
Okay.
email it to
Let
me.
check okay. Do you want me? I will email to you. All right, no problem.
Do you have the email? You do, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
I have.
And call me Bill. I hate when people call me sir.
No, that's because of the respect.
I know, but I understand it. I do that with Americans all the time. It makes me feel old. Oh my God.
Can
Can
somebody hit me up when that video is over, because you know.
All right. I'll be on the lookout for it in the email. Just tell me when you send it. And hello to Ferry and of course Ada, Carla, Angel Wings, Helmet, Becky, Jeff. Jeff, you like that beer too? The wheat beer? I love that beer, bro. What's up, Bud? Everybody that's watching right now. And I hope you're safe. Of course, Nick and Callie, where it's not even shortly after lunchtime. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. He knows what I'm messing around with. Marcus, of course, Red Bull. I'm just scrolling up a little bit. Chaos, Navy Mom. And God bless you, Navy Mom. And, you know, I think it's your son that's overseas. So prayers. And of course, Tammy with her husband and so many. Like I said last night, I don't know if it was Chaos here. I think it was Chaos. I don't think it was Moses. But we had a conversation with someone, and it was like, my gosh, how a whole family can be affected, literally, that they've all been sent overseas in the military. Can you imagine an entire family going overseas because they all serve? That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So, you know, there's a lot of people out there. It just doesn't affect the people that are there. It affects the people here too, including Iranians, Israelis, people that care, the moms, siblings, children, family, neighbors of military personnel, men and women that are there. It affects so many people. So we have to take that into consideration too. And it is a global. What's up, Chris? It is a global situation. It's not just regional. Yeah, that's tough, Carla. That's true, Jeff. You're as young as you feel. I agree with that. But the body kind of makes that change for you. That's what it happens. You could, you know, like me, I'm still like the Toys R Us person. And I'm so active. But I know like I had rotator cuff surgery. I've broken bones and, you know, we all go through those things, back problems. But it's like I can still do things. I don't know what it's going to be like for me when that time comes. Yes, go ahead. Speak louder, Moses.
Sorry that no. I'm sorry that I'm interrupting.
No,
you.
don't.
I sent the video into the mail.
Okay,
You can see it.
going. Those are the tones from Discord, everybody. Just so you know. I know.
I'm sorry, people.
No, it's all right. It's just that I just want to let them know what that sound is. Okay. Why isn't this coming up? Oh, that's because it's here. Duh.
Bill,
Yes.
let me talk real quick to the audience and chat. Again, you can have freedom of speech, but please not cross any red lines from people. Don't be just be respectful. Don't disrespecting people or just threatening people or everything else. So just be nice to each other, and if you can't stand other people's views and need to get rude, just go. We don't want to have people who causing drama or chaos. Point.
I agree. But also, like I said, don't be offensive to each other. Yeah, you can speak your opinions, but let's just try to be civil. And I don't know what happened. I wasn't here. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Whoever was
Agape
speaking.
and phileo. Agape and phileo.
Agape.
Agape.
All right, hold on. I don't see the email. Did you send it to Iran? Make Iran great 99?
That's some kind of coffee.
Is that where you sent it?
The bill. To the bill.
To the bill. Where? The
Okay. All right. Oh man.
You got to send it to Make Iran Great 99 at yahoo.com. So Make Iran Great 99 at yahoo.com. And then I'll grab it. Okay.
Can you send me the mail on
Yes, I will do it. I will do that.
Think about it.
Oh, hold on. I got to private message you, Moses. And I see Dead Mike. Where did I make this? Oh, yeah. Wow. I'm not mentioning what he said. Wow. That is crazy. Moses, I'm trying to find your... Can you send me a message, Moses? Because I'm not great at this. Just private message me on Discord so I can find it easier. I'm still getting used to this Discord thing. Okay, good. Perfect. Thank you. I'm so hungry. It's crazy. See, Helmet, you missed it. I showed the Weiss beer, Hefeweizen.
Bill, okay, I'm uploading here so you can see it. I'm uploading on the private.
Okay, cool. That's even better. It's easier.
Then I will upload on everybody. This is exclusive footage, so you can see it.
All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna check to see if there's anything going on. I can't believe how quiet it is on Telegram. Oh my God. That's shocking. What time is it now?
I sent it to you.
Okay, I see it. I'm downloading it. What time is it in Iran? It's got to be like 3 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Alexa, what time is it in Tehran?
Oh, it's 2.
It's 1:55 a.m.
Oh, it's
in
almost
Tehran
2
right
a.m. Okay, I was off by an hour. Let's see if anything's going on here. It is quiet, folks. It's like oddly, I mean, I say that in the past, it is oddly quiet on the social media platforms.
The calm before the storm.
Okay. CENTCOM officials say there have been no evacuations in Qatar and Bahrain, that the New York Times is wrong. Iran says uranium enrichment is a sovereign right. There's not going to be an agreement. You can see where they're standing. They're not budging. We used missile boats and strikes.
No, they gave them. He gave them what 10 or 15.
It's not going to even happen. It's not going to 10 to 15 days. They already know the answer. That's just putting that out there. Just like the other side is putting stuff out there. They're both doing it. It's like Iran, the foreign minister said, oh, we're going to submit something to Steve Witkoff within 2 to 3 days, a proposal, but then we're going to have to meet again to go over the details of the proposal, blah, 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 blah. That's just so they can say that they tried to negotiate with the United States, the same way the president is saying, I'm giving them 10 days to provide something for an agreement. Otherwise, it's the alternative. They're both doing the same thing. They're saying that there's still the possibility of negotiations. They know, both sides know there is no negotiation now. They know it because they're not going to budge. They know the other side's not. And that's just on the nuclear. We're not even talking about the ballistic missiles, the proxies, the people that had been detained and arrested that are in the prisons in Iran. They don't even want to talk about that. That's off the table. So there's nothing going to happen here. It's going to this is going to happen. And sadly, war is never a great result. But in this, my God, does anybody really want to see war as a solution? Anybody who wants to seek peace and diplomacy, but sometimes, sadly, it doesn't work out that way. And it turns into a conflict. But that is like the worst possible scenario for so many people. So many. Nobody really. I don't think anybody.
Bill?
Yes.
This is Nina.
What's up, Nina?
Hey, I'm good. I hope you're good too. So, as an Iranian, you always knew that diplomacy isn't the answer with this filthy regime.
I know. I understand that.
You can't speak with them. You can't trust them. Everything that comes out of their mouth is lies and embedded in roses and also lies, So the only answer is war with these people. The only answer is war. I'm sorry.
No.
And also,
I respect that.
Iranian people have said that they rather die, and they've proven it as well, than be with this regime for the future. They don't see a future with this regime.
But
I know I'm speaking for about 80 million people in there, about more maybe.
All right. But at the same time you say that, think about how the regime is thinking too. They would rather die than surrender. And they will do everything they can because they know inevitably the end is coming for them, even though I don't know how they convince themselves that they have a chance to win this, but they will do everything they can. And this is what I mean. I'm afraid of what they're capable of doing with those Russian helicopters. If the people start coming out in Iran to revolt again, they may use those army helicopters they got from Russia to kill their own people from the air. I'm worried about what they're capable of doing to the Iranian people. And I'm also worried about how desperate they will and what they're capable of doing to Israel and to the military personnel, the other countries to try to drag them in. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying, but you also have to think from their position.
I know.
I know. That's what scares me. You know? And Birdman is right.
I agree, and I do.
Go ahead, Nina.
But it is, those aspects are, of course, very important as well. But there are going to be casualties.
I know.
And people in Israel has always also spoken and said that we are waiting to go down to the shelters.
Yep.
We are waiting because we can see that the future will be much better after the regime is gone. So we see the big picture, not the ones that are now. We see the future.
I
So
understand.
that's big of them. That's real big of it, Israel as well. Thank you for the word.
I agree with you, but before we get to that stage, there's a lot that's going to be fluid and it's going to be happening. And I just hope that we can we minimize civilian casualties to the lowest possible outcome here. And I'm just a little concerned about that. And I'm sure everybody else is. But like some people are saying in chants, this regime has to end. Because if you leave this intact, it's only going to get freaking worse. I mean, I don't see it getting better. It's just going to be worse. So I think we're at that climax. We're at that pinnacle point where this has to be addressed. And it's been going on for decades, but I think we hit that point where it's going to have to, confrontation is going to have to happen. And I don't like to do that. I don't like to talk like that, but it's realistic. At this point, I just think that's the reality of the situation. You can't abandon the people of Iran, especially after making red lines about the people of Iran. They will feel abandoned. They're probably frustrated and they're worried about being abandoned right now. And if you allow this regime to stay intact, they will punish. They will punish every single person, including children. I've seen stuff that I won't even share on how disgusting that they're even putting children to the death penalty because of their crimes against God. I mean, this is just despicable, heinous, evil atrocities that are going on in Iran right now. Going house to house, rounding up people. Like I said, we hear the stories of them going into the hospitals and killing the wounded, pulling the doctors out so they can't treat the wounded. I mean, this is just beyond. This is barbaric. Barbaric. I mean, this is going back like hundreds of years, barbarism. This is not humane on any level. And yes, you are an Iranian. You suffered from it personally, your family. You had to flee. You're still dealing with things, even in the country that you've been there for years, and you still have to deal with it because they're there. The extremists are there, and they intimidate you. They harass you and the people that you love and that you know. So this has to end. This has to end. And I also feel for the people of Israel because they've been dealing with this. Look, we know what's happened in the past. They've had their issues decades ago with Egypt and other countries. But if you took out that element of Iran with the proxies, I say this, and I can't say shoulda, woulda, coulda, because we never know what it could have been like. Think about the existence of Israel, even though other Arab states may not recognize them as a state, but they still have relations, and they're not going to go to war. They're not going to have to worry about that threat coming from these countries. Maybe they don't recognize them, but they still have some kind of communication, whatever, trade relations, whatever it is.
Can we remember? Hey, Bill. Sorry, I just wanted to say, can we remember how Israel was created and built by what did Truman do to all the Muslim countries when Israel was trying to be created? Correct? There was a blockade.
Yes.
On every single Muslim country until they agreed that Israel will stand in 1947 or even earlier than that, right? But whatever. Yeah. So the American Navy, the American military, the American president has so much power. A lot of times we really don't even need to go to war. Just like Trump thought he could probably do this, but I see it in his face. He's getting white. I see it in his face. He's getting scared that he's going to have to go through with this. But you got to crack an egg to make an omelet, right?
Yeah.
Agreed, huh?
Unfortunately, we're at that point that we're at the precipice. Either we address it or we allow it. And I don't see how the latter is going to happen. I just don't see it. And like you said, it's going to be really difficult. It's going to be really difficult. The president, he's going to have to make that call. He's going to have to make that call. And the consequences, the unknowns, that's the thing, because I've said it a million times. Once you make this move, there's no going back. It is what it is. So the ramifications are yet to be known, to be determined. And we're all sitting here and waiting for this to happen. And like I said, I'm here in New York, not city, New York. I'm sitting here in the safety of my home. How many people, millions of people are going to be directly affected in that region? Millions. And I'm talking about military, civilian, whatever it is. So that's the people that are going to feel the direct impact from this. And that's my concern. I don't want to see civilians and casualties. But when you talk to Iranians or Israelis and you hear their life experiences or their parents' experiences or their grandparents' experiences, and you hear what has been going on for decades, I truly believe that if you remove the regime and you cut off the proxy support, that peace could be established. I honestly believe that Palestinians can live side by side with Israelis. I think that Hamas is the one that was the cause of instigating and creating a lot of this. I don't think that the innocent civilians of Palestine, the Palestinians, would want to kill Israelis. I think it's all the terrorist proxies that caused this and intimidation. Look, even in Gaza, there are people that were speaking out against Hamas. What did they do? Hamas killed them. Killed them. Anybody who spoke out against them or was showing support to the Israelis coming in or being friendly with the Israelis, they killed them.
But the Iranian people have they have the 10 Commandments written on their heart. The Palestinian people, I don't think they have those laws written on their heart. You know what I'm saying?
They've been indoctrinated since they were children.
Just a minute. Truce is on in 40 minutes, Bill.
Okay. They've been indoctrinated. They were given AK-47s when they were like 6-7 years old. They've been indoctrinated into this by the different organizations in Gaza and Lebanon, whatever it is. This is unfortunately, it's a cycle that has to be broken. Unless this cycle will continue, it has to be cut off. And despite everything that I just said about the risks, think about the region. If all of this happens, where the regime falls, how the region can change for the better, for the good, for so many people. And yes, sadly, like World War II or other wars, many people, innocent people die. What is the result of that? I mean, sadly, it happens. But hopefully, the outcome here will be that Israel will be in peace. The Iranian people will be in peace. The region will be in peace. They'll, even though, like I said, they have their differences, but at least they can establish peace. I'm praying for that. In a perfect world, that's what I'm praying for. You know what I mean? But you're right. But you got to remember, like Moses and other people, I mean, the Jewish people were in that region for thousands of years. It's not like they were never there. They were always there.
Yeah, that's what I was. Sorry to interrupt, but that's what I was thinking. If you were to be at your home for 400 years and all of a sudden somebody came and kicked your ass out, whoa, man, that would suck too. I'm 100%, man. I call myself a spiritual Jew. But Jesus, remember how a human would feel if you just got kicked out of your house. Oh yeah, Israel 100% is owned by the Jewish people. Yeah. God said it, plain and simple. But if you were just a young kid living your life, all of a sudden somebody came and kicked your ass out and said, "This is our land." Yeah, no, I mean, that's a tough one to swallow too, right? Like you say, put yourself in the other person's shoes.
And we can't.
That's what I was hearing from you, right?
And we can't. We can't. We cannot put on. I mean, you have ties to Israel. You're Jewish. You had, that's a personal connection you have. I don't have that. I'm looking at this totally from the outside and as a human being. And I'm saying to
No,
myself,
I live in Minnesota. I call myself a spiritual Jew because Jesus died on the cross, and then it was all spiritual after that. The temple and everything is in my heart.
I hear
So
you.
no more temple. You know, that's just me being a Christian, but more or less, I figure I'm a spiritual Jew now because Jesus is a Jew, and when I get my body like Jesus, I will be a spiritual Jew also. So that's just where I'm coming from. I'm in Minnesota. Yeah, that's just. I apologize.
No reason. No reason to apologize. What I'm saying is it's so different when you live in the region and you have that personal experience. I can never relate to that because only they know what it's been like in their lifetimes, in their existence, or their, you know what I
God
mean?
will put that in your heart. God will put heart. God will put love. God will put. Everybody feels the same. I understand. Yeah, no, but people in the United States, there's several people in the United States that probably feel the exact way as other people in other places.
Yes.
What it is for me, it's just like you say. God said that every man will be saved. Well, it's not every man. It's every ethnic creed, and culture. There'll be a white man. There'll be a black man. There'll be a Jewish man. There'll be it'll be family like us. We're all talking and everybody's being respectful family. You know what I mean? If there was a lot of haters and radical Islam or radical Christian or radical Zionist, Jewish, nobody would let anybody speak. And I will let somebody else speak right now.
No. I totally understand your point. Definitely do. All I know is I think that I honestly believe this. If people respect each other and how they pray, who they pray to, I mean, just put that to the side. I truly believe that people can coexist together in peace, harmony. Maybe I'm being overly optimistic. I think that we have so much in common. I truly believe that. And we allow these things to come in between us, ideologies, whatever it is. But we got to get past that. We have to just respect each other, respect the boundaries of other people. How I pray is different from someone else pray. Hey, that's fine. I respect you. That's your own your belief system. And I would appreciate if you respect mine as well. And I think if that was more of the narrative, a lot of this would be less as an issue to me. I don't know if maybe I'm just being, like I said, living in some kind of a bubble, but I mean, I would hope it would be it's not that simple. Go ahead.
You're actually being a human being. You are actually wanting what somebody else you're expecting to give back to. It just sucks when most human beings get kicked and kicked and kicked and kicked, and then they start lashing back at other people because of their own insecurities and their own problems. That's why, for me personally, I need to turn everything over to my higher power. That's where whatever that higher power ends up becoming when I pass away, that higher power will tell me exactly what to do, where to go, and how to deal with my problems. That's where I'm hoping.
Well, like I said, and I don't want to sound like I'm a war hawk or a warmonger, but it would be miraculous. And I'm not saying this in the religious context. It would be a miracle if this is resolved peacefully at this point. With everything that is going on, this looks like this is about to come to a head. And I don't know if the American public, because I spoke to somebody today. They don't even know what's going on. They don't even know what's going on in Iran. I'm like, you don't know what's going, we're about possibly go to war against Iran. What are you talking about? What, you haven't been paying attention? You know why? Because the media here probably isn't covering it at all. They're covering other things. And I think a lot of the American public who pays attention to the mainstream have no idea. They see it as a 2-minute story on the news. Everything else is different. They're focused on domestic, whatever it is. But it takes up like 2 minutes of an hourly program. And they're not getting informed on the serious nature of what's about to happen until they watch their news, breaking news, U.S. attacks Iran, live from Baghdad, here's CNN, and they don't know what led to this. And then they're going to spin it their way to say what led to that. Do you understand what I'm saying? How the media is going to portray it totally, probably spin it different, depending on which outlet it is. So instead of informing and giving background information on this, they're just going to find out by watching their news like they always do. Breaking news. United States is attacking Iran without any reference to what led up to that point. It's just I if it wasn't for people, and it doesn't matter if you like Tusi or dislike him or Goldie or anything. If it wasn't for people like this, how many people would actually know? How many people would even know on YouTube to look for something like that to find out what's going on? The lack of information is just baffling here, at least in my perspective, in my opinion, in the United States. I don't know how it is around the rest of the world, but here it's like, I could put the TV on now. Do you think they're talking about Iran? No. I could put it at the top of the hour. No.
I'm getting more information. Yeah, I'm getting more information just having a conversation with you guys,
But that says it all, though. You know what I mean? That says it all. I mean, if I go to the top of the hour, it's going to be about Trump, tariffs, Supreme Court, Nancy Guthrie, which God, I pray. That's unbelievable what's going on. It'll be something else they're focusing on, but Iran will be given, if anything, 2 minutes. Then it'll flip to Ukraine, maybe for a few minutes. And look, we are literally at the doorstep of war, a regional possible war. And they're not covering that? I mean, does that make any sense to anyone? Go ahead, Nina.
No, it's Frankie.
Oh, Frankie, how are you?
I say it's exactly the same in the UK. All right, my love. But the media here are just not doing anything. And then when they're covering, it's a load of rubbish. It's always the Israelis' fault. It's always the Jews. And that is it. That you just say, oh, it's because Netanyahu wants sort of like control Iran. That's why this is happening. It's ridiculous. Like I say, if it wasn't for new media, we wouldn't really know what's going on.
Yeah, and it's also the internal things that are going on in the UK with Starmer. I'm sure you hear a lot about that. The whole thing with Prince Andrew. They'll focus on the other stories. But they should be paying attention because the UK is involved in this, even though they're not going to be directly involved in an attack, but they are in a supportive role, and they are players in this, providing logistical support. And they even sent in their Typhoons, their tankers. I mean, the UK has been doing things behind the scenes, but nobody would know about that. I mean, I see it on flight. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, the UK, I don't know if you're aware of, actually has the biggest Islamic centre outside Iran.
Yes, London, right? It's in London?
Yeah, in London. We've got the Muslim Brotherhood that's part of Islam. So just likes to appease the sort of Islamists. It's even now made it against the law. You can't say anything against Islam. You can say whatever, Christian or Catholics or Jews, you cannot say anything about Islam. You get arrested for it. Just getting beyond a joke in this country.
Wow. You know why though? It's not, like I said this last night. I think it was Red Bull that brought this up about, it might have been you, appeasing. They're not necessarily appeasing. They fear it. They fear them.
Yeah.
because they're afraid that these extremists in the country will act in a terrorist type way in the UK. So they go, like you said, they're appeasing them because they fear them. They fear that there's going to be an outbreak of terrorism in the UK. The same goes with France. The same thing in France. You know what I mean? That's what they're worried about. That's why they're careful.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go.
Yeah, no, sorry. I mean, it just shows, I mean, you know, the amount of immigrants that we've got both on the small boat. Don't know who they are. They are not documented. You know, I work for the police, and I'm going back to 2010 now, and a lot of illegals used to come in on the back of lorries and things like that. I'm not kidding you. This is so true. This was when Tony Blair was Prime Minister. They used to bring him in. Time the police would bring him into custody. They would all have fingerprints taken, and then they would be given a leaflet and written in English. Bearing in mind, none of these people could speak English, and they would be told next day to report to a place further up the country, and then let them go. And
Hey, Frankie, that shit just happened to us just this last 4 years. You know, we followed your guys' footsteps for some odd reason.
Stupid. You know, I think to another part of the country when they can read English and giving them a leaflet English. And when it happens, you open the door and they'll just go to their family that's living in the area or whatever. We have no idea how many actual illegal people we have in our country. Really don't know the real truth figures.
And that's the thing. People don't realize. That's why I say when you're on the ground and wherever you're living, then you realize what's going on. It's hard for someone from the outside to know what's going on internally somewhere else unless you're there and you're experiencing it for yourself.
I wouldn't have known if I hadn't worked for, the police, worked in custody and seen them come in. They've known. It's going on, in our country. It's terrible. It really is. I mean, Red Bull will back me up on this. I mean, a lot of illegals that have come in, and our government doing nothing except putting them up in hotels, 4-star. And if what they want, they start complaining about the food and everything. This, who have fought in Falklands and stand of loss that are living on the street. And what does our government do? They'd rather look after the illegals because, like you said, they're afraid of them. That's it. Because you cannot bargain, you cannot do a deal with a terrorist. And I'm sorry that, I don't see that these people that come over in this country are here for any other reason than to try and turn the UK into another Islamic state. I mean, they've said over and over again that we are going to fly our Islamic flag on the top of Buckingham Palace. And they say it quite openly. Our government do nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's frightening. And if I was younger and if I was able to emigrate, I'd probably go to Iran. Probably be safe, or Israel or America, anyway, if I could get out. Because if we don't do something,
Frankie, you know what our government is trying to do?
What's
you remember Constantine?
Yeah.
Remember Constantine? Well, what did he do? He amalgamated all the Vikings, the Huns, the Vandals, the Gauls into the Catholic Church. And that's what's trying to go on right now. They want everybody to be appeased. They want everybody to to not fight. No, you pray on this day, you pray on that day, you pray on this day, you pray on that day. So what that does to me, that cuts out my temple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the problem. You can't tell somebody they cannot pray on a specific day. It's called, like you say, it's absolutely wrong what your government is doing over there. And that's where I think about is Constantine doing the same thing, frickin' thousands of years ago.
And
I
that's
don't know if you're sure. We're not allowed to say Happy Christmas anymore.
what?
We're not. No, you're not. No, it's not Happy Christmas. The schools they're not allowed to have nativity plays anymore.
What?
Church and school. No, you can't say Christmas, Happy Easter, or that is regarded religious.
Oh
trait.
my God! Because not for nothing,
With-
there's a separation between church and state. But my
No,
God, you can't have
so-
nativity, Christmas celebrations.
No.
Oh my
No, they don't.
God, that is crazy. That would, I mean, that better not happen here. That better not even
No.
think about happening here.
It already has in some places, not a lot, but some places in the U.S. you are not allowed to say Christmas or any of that.
What?
Mainly
we're
work
not.
buildings like Ramadan and a few other, they don't allow it, but they have rooms for Islam, for Ramadan and all that.
Oh, see, now that's hypocrisy and that's bullshit.
now, Bill.
That is
okay,
bullshit.
the last thing I'll say. I don't know if you're aware tests going on like pre-Palestine. There was
Bill.
English people, British people with a Union Jack or a St. George's, which is our national flag.
Mhm.
The police were either arresting them or telling them they had to go away. Look at Union flags, but you had to put away in case it upset everybody.
So you
And that
can't
is so-
fly. You can't fly the flag of the UK because it'll upset some people.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is,
And that's what they do.
No way.
And they take it down because
No way. That
they
would
had
never.
a thing recently. It was called Rise the Flag or something, and people were going around and they were putting flags all over the local area, Patriots,
Bill, you saw the video?
and the councils would come around and take them all back down again.
That is. I don't even know what to say about that because if somebody told me to take my fucking US flag in front of my house down, there's gonna be problems. There's gonna be problems.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit who it is. No, go ahead, Moses. You got to talk louder though. Or chaos.
Okay, did you saw the video?
Oh no, I didn't see it yet. Yeah, we're gonna do that because
Look on the Discord private.
no, I already downloaded it.
Okay.
I already downloaded it, but I got I was
You can also do play. You know.
I gotta find it now. But yeah, that is absurd. That's
Let me interfere with that. Maybe
Is
at
it
the
not private
moment
yet?
I monitor some guy. I don't know how he meant something, but he looks like a bit anti-Israel with trying to not cross any lines. So
All right.
maybe a bit cautious with putting stuff up like in video from stuff happened
Okay.
back in the days.
there are people that don't agree with our opinions, and that's okay. It's okay as long as they don't get disrespectful and cross the line. There are people that feel otherwise, and that's their opinion. We have to allow people to voice their opinions if they don't agree with us or they agree with us. The only thing I say, just be respectful on your points and just don't cross any lines to offend other people based on their nationality, their ethnicity, their religion. That's not acceptable. We're not going to allow that here. You have a voice. We live in the United States. I live in the United States. It is all about that Constitution and freedom of speech, and I'm not going to not allow people to speak. But please, if whatever point you're making and you don't agree, it's fine. But be respectful by it. Just be respectful. That's all I ask. Be respectful to each other.
At the moment, he don't cross a line. He started with a bit crossing a line, got in timeout, but now he behaves
Okay,
better.
that's
in my
okay.
eyes, so
That's okay. That's
But,
what I want.
I
don't ban anybody.
yeah.
Time them out, and then we go over it.
I don't do it.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm not doing it either. But just let's try to have a civil conversation here. Tusi's going to start in 15.
But that's why I mentioned because I monitor him and I don't get through his words and the intention. That's why maybe I don't want to have drama.
No,
because
nobody wants that. Nobody
we'll
wants
break
that.
stuff up,
And we have to be also sensitive that there are people that are here, whether they're Iranian or Israeli, that have directly been affected by this. And the sensitivity, the emotional level, you have to be considerate. You have to understand that, these people have personal experience. And you may have personal experiences too, but they're just voicing their personal experience.
I mean, I went through the same stuff Moses went, for example. So it's affected me, not in that way, but I lost people too. So
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I lost friends. I lost one of my best friends in 9/11. He was a Port Authority police officer. And that affected me.
Sorry to hear that. My heart goes on to you.
That affected me. I had people coming home. My stepfather came home full of the ash and he was in shock. And now he's very sick from it. I mean, my mother was down there working. I had to figure out how I'm going to get my mother home from Midtown to get her home in the Bronx. It was, I understand. I experienced the 9/11 thing. So I was in New York City at the time. So I can understand when you are directly affected by something and how it affects you with PTSD and everything else, the people you love, the people you lose, all that. We have to take that into consideration. We have to be considerate of the people that have been affected directly by that. This is the video that Moses sent, and I'm allowed to play it. So I'm going to play it now because Tusi's going to start soon, and I want to jump off and take a break. I don't think anything's going to happen tonight unless something crazy happens. But I want to play this because I want to go see Tusi and eat my dinner. So let's play this. This is coming from Moses in chat and also on with us here on Discord. Hold on. Let me see. I didn't hear that. I'm going to rewind. In the city of where?
Sderot. This is the second of the attack on Sderot.
Wow.
The massacre. And you can hear the all.
Oh my
firing
God.
and-
So this is the second day after October 7th. So this is October 8th.
This is the first. No, this is the first day. This is literally in the 6:30 when the attack happened.
Oh my God.
Yes.
All
You
right,
can
let's
hear
play it.
the felling.
Mom, wait! Jesus. Hold on. Here we go. Listen to all that gunfire.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yep. Even you can hear my mom. She's like, Moses, like, close. You hear the shell just fall. Yep.
6 p.m. Hold on a second. I'm my boss. Hold on. My boss is sitting. Why don't we do this? That is. Okay. That is, and that's just, you could hear, there's no Israeli presence there as far as armed forces, because you told me it took 6 to 7 hours or something like that for them to even enter the 8
Yep,
hours.
8 hours.
So everything you hear is the terrorists coming in and doing what they're doing.
Yes, even you can hear the RPG,
Yeah.
you can hear the explosions, you can hear the AKs. It was only the police, the civilians, and against the Hamas while they're massacring us inside the city.
Well, that is, and I mean, just hearing that, and then gunfire also getting closer to where you were, and I could hear the fear in the voices. You could hear it. I mean, I would be, I don't know how I would react knowing that that's happening. Even though, like I say this, here in the United States, we have the Second Amendment, and many of us, and I am in New York, and I don't know how people say otherwise. I'm in New York. Second Amendment is fine here. Not in New York City, but it's fine up here. And in the rest of the state, it's New York City that's not. They have crazy gun laws down there. But out of the city, I don't know how it is in Rochester City or other cities, but in the state in general, no, Second Amendment, there are a lot of people here that are armed and they have the capacity to defend. And actually, there's been communication with my neighbors in the event of some kind of crazy emergency. We're going to protect our community. So, but you don't have that as much as like what we have here. Even the people of Iran, they can't fight back. They're not armed. They're throwing stones. You know what I mean? Or Molotov cocktails or whatever they can think of. So how do you fight back on something like that? Well, here, if that were to happen, they're going to get a fight. Americans are going to come out and they're going to fight. You can bet on that. That's for sure. So, but I can't imagine what you and your family and your neighbors and the people that you love and the community, the towns, the whole country, what was going on at that time and still is. But with that being said, I want to thank all of you that are on Discord. Tusi's going to start like in 5 minutes. I'm going to take a break, go watch Tusi, chill out, eat. I'll be back later. We'll see if things develop. Thank you. So let's take a break. This way, I think we all could use a little break right now, even though I was gone for an hour. And we'll come back later. And I want to thank all of you that are watching. Be well, be blessed, be safe. Send my love and prayers to all of you. And of course, to those here on Discord on the voice communication. And we'll be back maybe later. And let's express love, peace, and compassion instead of hate and everything associated with that. Screw that. I'm tired of the hate. We need love. We need peace. We need compassion. If you're a person of faith, pray. If you're not, then just send out positive vibes, energy. Send out love. You know what I mean? You don't have to be a person of faith. Just a person who's positive. Of course you can hate the regime. You just ask an Iranian what they think, most of them, of the regime. You think they love them? Of course they can't stand them. They hate them. But I personally, I don't like to use the word hate, but I can understand it. You know what I mean? I can understand it. How could you not hate something that's been so evil and cruel? How could you not hate that if they kill people you love or harm people you love? Or, you know what I mean? How could you not build that hate inside? You know what I mean? How could you not? It's a human thing. I would hate it too. If something happened to oh God, I couldn't imagine. But you got to try to stay positive as much as possible. That's the thing. Stay positive. And again, my love to all of you. We'll be back later. I'm going to end the stream now. God bless everybody from my personal blessings to everyone. Have a great rest of your evening. See you later.